Last week, my kid was eating one of those sourdough bread bowls. You know, the ones that you fill it with clam chowder. And he broke a piece of it off and he threw it over the glass wall. 5 of these pigeons were fighting to the death over a piece of bread. You would think they hadn't eaten in 3 years. And that's really where we are as a country. 3 people own 53% of the wealth. Now, most of the people in this country see that we're being screwed. That the man with the bread bowl has all of the wealth and all the power and decides how much we're going to eat. The problem is that part of this country that started with Ronald Reagan, we're told trickle-down economics is the way to do it. You need to give that person more sourdough bread bowls. He will give you more breadcrumbs if we give him a tax break. And what's happened is, now he has 2 bread bowls and 3 bread bowls and 4 bread bowls, and he might give us a couple more crumbs now and then, but the reality is we're still fighting over them. Along comes Donald Trump. Well, we're fighting over breadcrumbs. Do you want to know, MAGA, why you have nothing? Oh no, it's not the rich people. They're my friends. I'm having lunch with them later. No. It's all of the black crows coming and stealing your bread. It's the sparrows and the swallows and the hummingbirds. They're the reason you don't have a whole bread bowl. And that's what's got us here. It's the Muslims. It's the Somalians. It's the immigrants. We are all being played by the same rich people. They have all the wealth. They have all the power. They tell us what kind of house to live in, how much money we can make, how much things are going to cost, how much gas you're going to pay. And part of this country is too stupid and racist to see it. They're content fighting over a breadcrumb because it makes them feel like an alpha male. I won. Look how tough I am. I'm so strong. My team won. Yeah. Look at this. I voted for Donald Trump, who has a bread bowl. He's going to give it to me. And even if he doesn't, I don't care. But at least my guy's eating the bread bowl. You see how stupid that is? That's why we're here. It is. We are all wanting the same thing. We all need and want more of the bread, more money. But part of this country doesn't want to take care of the root cause, the people with the bread bowls, the Elon Musks and the Zuckerbergs and the Bezos and the Trumps. And they've convinced us that this is just the way it is. Accept it. The only freedom you're going to have is who's going to eat the bread bowl. Is it a Republican or is it a Democrat? Because both parties have played us. Let's be real, people. We've been played by both parties. Now, we have 2 options, America, because this is why we're here. You could either keep fighting over breadcrumbs and say, I can't do anything because I'm poor. I'm not going to fight back. Or you can fly over the wall, be uncomfortable, take a chance that something bad might happen, and get more of that bread bowl. So we're not fighting and killing each other over crumbs. That's why we're really here as a country. See, a general strike is the only way this is going to stop. We are a power source for the rich people. The only thing they care about is money. That's it. And there's too many of us that are saying, well, Paul, I'm too poor. I just want to fight over breadcrumbs until there's no breadcrumbs left. So my question to you is, what's going to happen when instead of 5 pigeons fighting over breadcrumbs, there's 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 and 40, and you still have 2 or 3 people eating entire bread bowls? What's going to happen then? Why are you allowing them to do this? They don't want you to fight back. They want us to fight over and kill each other over a couple of breadcrumbs. When are we going to fight back? When are we going to stop making excuses and living in fear? There's going to be no wealth. 35% of people are putting their groceries on credit cards today. 2/3 of this country live paycheck to paycheck. 14 million kids go to school hungry every day. We can't even buy a house. The average age to buy a house is 40. Based on the life expectancy, we're basically half dead before we can even buy a house. How long are we going to put up with this? This will crash and burn at some point. Do you want to put your fate in your own hands? Or do you want to go down fighting? Because that's what I want to do. The choice is yours, America. Have a good day.